This terrified soldier lit a cigarette, then deliberately put it out and raised his hand into the air. An enemy sniper spotted the brief flash, and a second later, a bullet ripped through his palm. He screamed in pain, but instead of panicking, his fellow soldiers surrounded him and congratulated him, because on the battlefield, getting wounded was the only ticket home. One old veteran came up with an even more dangerous plan. He sharpened the tip of a bullet, loaded it into his rifle, bit down on his belt, and deliberately shot himself through the palm. Two frightened recruits were so terrified that they shot each other in the hands. Another young soldier tried to prove his bravery by grabbing the barrel of a firing machine gun, but the army doctors quickly exposed the truth, and all 5 men were branded as deserters and sentenced to death. The commanding officer couldn't bring himself to execute his own soldiers, so he expelled them from the camp and left them at the mercy of the enemy. The scene that followed was horrifying. The first soldier waved a white undershirt like a flag, begging for mercy. Ashamed by the surrender, one of his own comrades shot him. The second soldier threw a grenade, only to be cut down by enemy gunfire moments later. The third marched forward singing, embracing death, and collapsed the next second. Among them was Manik. He stepped forward as well, and an enemy bullet tore into his stomach. But at that very moment, his luck changed. One of the veteran deserters secretly switched Manik's identity and carried him on his shoulder to a field hospital. Even there, disaster wasn't over. A German artillery shell crashed through the hospital roof but failed to explode. Then a nurse accidentally released a hydrogen-filled balloon, and it slowly drifted toward the shell. Everyone wanted to escape, but the doors were locked. The veteran sprinted into a reinforced steel room, slammed the door shut, and hid between thick rubber sheets. Seconds later, the balloon touched the shell, triggering a massive explosion. The entire hospital was blown apart. The veteran somehow survived, but Manik suffered a severe head injury that erased his memory. Later, an elderly woman took him into her home. As time passed, Manik was finally reunited with his fiancée. The moment their eyes met, tears of joy streamed down her face.